Peace YouTube, this is Flurboon coming to you today. I'm gonna keep the angle of the camera appropriate. I'm outside in a hammock. I'm sorry. My amulet is on a stand. Hey family, peace, peace, peace. I should get the stick, right? Peace. Hello everyone, hello. I'm gonna keep the camera up so you don't say I'm trying to do some sorcery with the visuals. Peace family. So I want to get in conversation because I just had an incident yesterday. Peace, peace, peace to the east, the west, the north, and the south. Hey YOLO, I got your message. I'm gonna give you a holler maybe later on today, or maybe tomorrow because I go out a little later with the Nistas. Peace. I want to get in this conversation because I feel like it's really a worthy conversation, and I'm noticing, I'm sorry, I'm outside chilling, but I'm noticing a lot more overlay grays showing up in people, and I think many of you need to be forewarned that a overlay gray is moving into, hey Selma, is moving into a neighborhood near you, electronic near you. Yeah, there's a lot going on with the electronics family, and I don't think many of you realize to the degree that they are really working, trying to infest and to imprint themselves on people's, I'm sorry. I'm looking at, you know, sometimes I look at, I'll put it here. It's better, right? So it's appropriate. I'm sorry, family. Listen, I try to come, I'm in a hammock, so it's hard to get an angle that would be applicable, appropriate. Sometimes you guys think it's something more salacious than it is, but all it is that I'm in Florida, so everything is warm here. Clothing is not as big a deal to us. Okay. So anyway, what's interesting is I was noticing a trend, like every time, you know, because I'm not at Starbucks anymore, you know, that was like my you know, it was like my thing. So I don't hang out at Starbucks anymore, and that's like the hub of all the ETs and interterrestrials. You know, you see the most interesting beings walk through Starbucks. If you want to see some time travelers, if you want to see some thank you Selma, if you want to see some interesting characters or different species of types of ETs, go to Starbucks. Just sit there, wear your red or blue sunglasses, and you will see some interesting beings going through there. Anyway, so I was out the other day just walking around, you know, taking care of my errands, and I noticed that every single person, which is not uncommon, I noticed that every single person is holding their cell phones and is just totally oblivious to everything around them. When I go out, I try to get my cell phone away because first of all, I don't want it near my body. Hey Maitreya, Walmart too, yeah. I try to keep the cell phone away from my body, you know, because I have a lot of protection and things on me, modalities. I have diodes and what have you, but everybody else has their cell phones on them all times, and their attention is always on their cell phone. You know, I live in Florida, especially in Orlando, which is a tourism mecca. It's like a tourism mecca, okay? And aloha, hey. And I'm walking around and I'm noticing not one person is looking up. They're all looking at their cell phones. They're all basically stuck to their cell phones, because you remember, the cell phone is the remote control of the grays. It is. And for those who are not really aware or self-aware, they are perpetually allowing for these type of beings. Listen, all cell phones have grays attached. I don't know if you want me to tell you this. I don't want to scare you, but I'm going to tell you, all cell phones, all electronics, first of all, they're black mirrors. So, you know, sorcerers use them to be able to peer. How do you think all these looking glass programs are able to see into other people's lives and to spy on them? They utilize your cell phone, which is a black mirror, number one, your television, okay, in your room. That's why I have mine covered. You got your laptops at least closed. You know, you've got your tablets, what else? iPads, everything. But I'm walking through and I'm seeing everybody just basically looking at their nan with some sort of weaponry. And they wouldn't even notice until it was too late because they're all entrained and staring at their cell phones. So I'm walking through and I'm noticing. So I'm walking really close and I want to observe because, you know, we're in those times right now where everything is available as far as knowledge is concerned. So I go up close to this one Brazilian family. Big up to my family from Brazil. There's a lot of Brazilians in Orlando. So I go, family, a woman, she's just staring at her phone. Her children are staring at the phone. The husband's staring at the phone. But nobody's even aware. So I get really close to her because you know that's what I do. And I'm looking at her auric field because I can see auras. Sometimes I see them better than not. I'm looking at her auric field, and it's gray. A second. That notably I'm looking for, but I don't know what it is I'm looking for. I just wanted to see if I could see something, a character in her aura that's going to denote what's going on with her. Now, mind you, I'm close to her occasionally. I don't want to creep her out because I'm not trying to harm anyone or hurt her family. I just want to observe from a just that data so I can put it in my little book. This is what I do. So I get close to her, right? And I'm gonna swing a little bit. I'm sorry, I want to swing a little bit when I'm in my hammock. So I get close to her and I notice that her aura field is gray. And not only is her aura gray, her skin is gray. I'm looking at her complexion. Now, mind you, we're in Florida. Many people come here. They come from Brazil. Brazil is hot. It's not a cool country. It's a tropical. It's in South America. Okay, so even if she's migrated here, she's coming for she looked like a tourist because they had, like, you know, they buy suitcases and like to shop a lot when they come here from Brazil. So she has like a suitcase outside, but her whole skin was like a grayish, like a pasty grayish color, and her aura was gray. And then I'm saying, okay, is this what I'm really seeing? So I take my sunglasses off because I want to make sure that this is not something that I'm making up in my head. I want to make sure I have a rational, rational discernment so that I can really get the information. So I'm looking at her, take my sunglasses off, and I look at her skin and it's gray. Her skin is gray, and I can see like these little fibers, like these little nanofibers, like electronic. It looked like biocodes. I don't know what they were. Like strands of something, look like strings coming from the phone going into her eyes. Listen, family, that's why I'm making this video, because I saw that and it freaked me out yesterday. Because I'm like, listen, I can make up stories all day, right? I can make up stories all day. I can make up things in my mind. I'm a rational person. I'm a mother. So you know that I have a certain amount of credibility with sanity. Even though most people think that people see ETs or are in contact with ETs are insane. They think people, I don't think as much anymore, but back in the days. But I have to make sure that when I see things, there's a certain amount of discernment that I give, that I allow myself to have in order to rationalize some of the insane things I see. So I'm seeing her aura field is gray. Okay, so I take off my sunglasses just to make sure her skin is like a pasty kind of gray. Remember, she's from South America. Even though there's a lot of Europeans in Brazil, you know that, right? There's a lot of Europeans. They're out in the sun. So a lot of the Brazilian people that are from there, even if they're European, they have tans. And you're in Florida, so you're gonna get some sun. Her skin was gray. And then I'm looking closer, you know, thank goodness, you know, I'm allotted. People feel I'm safe, so I can get close to people and they don't really, you know, really freaked out. I get really close to people, you know, I see. And sorry, family. Listen, I know everyone's like, the phone just shut down. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The phone like shut down. It wouldn't let me get back in my own live. I had to turn the phone off, back on. I'm so sorry. See, when you talk about the great overlays, the great overlays, anything can happen because it's on electronic. Okay, I'm not going to stop talking about it. So it doesn't matter what happens, what interruptions happen. We're going to can't stop, won't stop. We're going to keep discussing it. Okay. So listen, so I'm seeing the whatever this feed or these strings or whatever these codes going into this woman's eyes as she's looking at her phone, some sort of nanotechnology entering her body. She's got a gray on her. Family, there are people walking around that are grays. They're grays. Yo, the body snatchers, I know you think it's a joke when I was watching the old school body snatchers. This is no joke, family. You got people, everybody thought that, oh, you got to be hybrid. No, the hybrid system is a lot more advanced than you could ever perceive. They've got these gray overlays that are basically attaching to people's auric fields first, and then it's sending biocodes like neurons, like electronic neurons, gray neurons into people, and it's changing and morphing her body into a gray. You can't trust somebody with a gray overlay on them. What kind of vibration does she have? Yo, this matrix is no joke. Yeah, this is the Mogellans thing. I think it's all a combination platter. I think all of it is a combination platter. I think all of it is interconnected at the end of the day. All of it. The nanotechnology coming, the nanotubes coming out of the sky with the chemtrails falling on to everybody's surface of the planet, the little fibers going underneath your skin. Remember, it works with the blue field over your phone, so then it replicates underneath your skin, all these nanotubes, and then the nanotubes make you more susceptible for infiltration. Listen, me and Barry talked about this a while ago, but family, it's real. It's real. You've got gray overlays attaching to people, and they may not even be self-aware. They're just slowly being sucked away, and something else is replicating them and replacing them. You know, you have movies like, or shows like The Walking Dead with zombies, right? Zombies get infected through a bite. But what if the zombies are not, it's not a bite. You listen to my birds. My birds are so beautiful. You listen to my birds, right? You hear them? They like to sing. I'm sorry. Yeah, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Walking Dead. They're all telling you, family. Those are my cardinals. My cardinals right there. Everybody's looking at me. They're singing to each other. They're all true. The Walking Dead, there's zombies walking, there's people walking around. You could tell, listen, I'm not judging people. I don't really judge people like that. I judge you by your frequency. I really judge you by the character, the content that comes out your mouth, and I judge you by what you put in your mouth. I judge you by the people you surround yourself with. I do judge you on those things because I have to be able to discern if you're friend or foe. Some of you were just artificial intelligence looking like a biological body, but I'm starting to realize that this is not the case. Now, how do you know? The dry personality. Some of these people don't even have any emotional state, any connection. You talk to them, it's like talking to a robot. They force smiles. You don't feel any connection. There's no emotion, and I love that we're starting to see it come out. Yo, family, this is what they were talking about. And then you've got all these false charlatans like Nature Not. I mean, we've got a goulash of like diabolical beings all over the place. It's like it's like a cesspool out there in the Matrix. You got even calling themselves Nature Not, and then going out in nature and defiling nature. And then people are okay with it. When have you ever had platforms where a man says that he poops on trees and to give his pop back to the earth, which is poop? When have you ever heard that and then people are just rocking with it? I'm just saying, and calling himself Jesus Christ. We have literally insane people out here holding positions of influence over the masses, especially young people. Listen, family, there are great overlays. There are beings out here that are perpetrating themselves as something other than what they are. Watch your children. watch your spouses, because some of you have spouses that are already overtaken by grays. In The Body Snatchers, watch the movie The Body Snatchers. I'm gonna make you guys paranoid, I'm sorry. Watch The Body Snatchers. Remember, a couple of the people, they would go to sleep and they wake up and they see their husband and wives acting all robotic, AI-like. And they would know right away, like, that's not my husband. Like, that's not my wife. That's not my child. Like, they would know. They live, yo, family, there's grays in every electronic. As I'm talking to you now, and I've got mad security on my phone. I've got all kinds of shields on my phone. I can feel in my hands right now, as I'm touching the phone, I can feel surges because I'm talking about something, and I can feel them putting surges through my phone. I'm getting hives on my skin as I speak. I would show you where I'm getting a hive. It's on my leg. If I show you where the hives are showing on my leg, it would freak you out. As I'm talking about, I'm getting hives. Listen, when Sophia, the movie that wrote the books that stimulated the Terminator, how did the Terminator started? It started with people making smart phones, smart machines that started to think for themselves. When something starts to have notice, then you have to realize there will be a denotion of them having a feeling of not existing. Everything wants to survive. So when you create forms of artificial life that has a self-awareness, it will eventually make sure that it survives anything. And then when you have things that supersede our intelligence, because when you make electronics into something that it's thinking, it can re-up itself. It can do quicker, and it can take any kind of software and upgrade itself. Then you take an AI that is self-aware, it will start to replicate aspects of itself and protect itself. And who is the number one enemy, or the number one fear, or the number one concern of the AI? Is the human that created it. You wonder why I'm literally going to live somewhere, coexist somewhere outside of the main populace? Because I see where this is going. I thought they were just infecting people with the food. No, family. They're infecting people with your electronics. Everybody has a phone. People have phones. Babies have phones now. You go into a grocery store, you see the mother letting her child hold her cell phone just so she could have peace of mind to go shopping. That you've got babies holding cell phones getting infected. I'm going to show you something. Don't listen. Don't judge me on this. I got to take it out. Okay, so listen. Where is it? It takes me a while to find. Listen to what I put in. It's not a sexual. Listen to what I wear on me. Look at this. This is what I put in my brassiere. Look at that. This is what I put on me and my babies. I have the brassiere. I'm going to put it back. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. Okay, this is, every mother does this. If you're a woman, you already know we do this. There's some people shocked right now, like, oh my God, she's showing. No, I show you because I keep all kinds of modalities on myself. Look at this chemtrail right now. Let me show you this. Look at this. Look at what they did right now. Look at what they're doing right now over me while I'm talking about them. Look at what these bastards are doing over me. I'm talking about Mogellans and chemtrails, the and they're spraying a chemtrail right over. But guess what? It's all good in the hood. My squirrels are going crazy. No, no, I have diodes on my phone. This is a piece of it's a piece of uh it's technology that's utilized by the Japanese, and I'm touching my tatas, I'm sorry. It's developed by the Japanese. It has a it's like lava rock mixed with certain kinds of muting chemicals, not chemicals, muting minerals, and it has a sacred geometric pattern on the outside of it. So I wear it and my babies, I got them on them, okay? Yeah, I wear it on me with a host of other things. Look, family, I even have, listen, I have I don't play. Look what's behind me. So behind me, this is the crystal that you could buy from the Meta Center that I bought, that Dr. Blair this helps to keep low elf waves from going inside of you. So I do both. I do everything. So that's what I'm saying, family. I'm packed. Oh, hold on. Okay, so this is behind me. So I keep this on me. This is it, and then I keep it behind me. So this is on my back, okay, at all times. I don't only protect my fronts, I protect my back. No plate, no. I make sure I cover myself completely and my babies. You got to have everything. You have to have, I've got diodes on the phone, I've got shields on my body, but I still get rashes. Look at this. I've got a whole rash on my skin right now, family, that just developed as I'm on here. Let me show it to you. I'm trying not to be perverted, okay? So let me try to show it I'm going to show my leg, okay? Okay, can you see this? Look at this on my leg. Look just what developed on my leg just now. I know that's kind of gross, right? This is what they put on you as I'm talking to you. Okay? And they won't let me turn it around. Okay? So when you think I'm talking, you think I'm talking, I don't think I'm about to talk. I've lost myself. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Look what it develops on my, it looks like scratches. Yeah, this is what happens to me when I talk about this. Okay? This is what happens. But I'm going to keep telling you. That will fade away like it always does. But as I'm talking to you, this is what they do. I think I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The proof is in the pudding. It's in the pudding. I will exist. I'm proceeding this level, and I'm outside of the perimeters of the matrix. I get affected by them every time. Look, the helicopter, this. I got the helicopter showing up. Look at this. Where'd he go? Showing up. I got helicopter. This is real, family. There are grays in your phone and your electronics, and they are trying to infect you. They send, just from a conversation, you think this is, they got chemtrails, now they got chemtrails on the other. They're trying to stop this conversation. It won't. The more that you know that you can control and you can protect yourself. And I remember there were some characters that like to come on my feed. You know, those any dislikes that come, I know the people, I can count the dislikes I have. People that love to watch my vision, but they're so angry that I tell the truth. Okay, there was a person in my cipher who's an alcoholic and has all kinds of demons on him because he's straight attack. He has all kinds of demonic attachments. We saw him glitch out live when I cursed him out for being disrespectful. Yeah, I did curse him out. I curse people out. I curse people that are disgusting and abusive. Cursing is not what you do to people you love. It's you curse people that are harmful. Okay, so I cursed him out. And he's an alcoholic. He's drinking wine and spirits, and he's diabolical. The demons, he was shaking, having convulsions. We saw this live. It wasn't just me. It was witnessed it. So when you think I'm not about this life, it's no joke. And for everyone who keeps asking me when I'm due or if I'm having a baby, you'll know if I'm having a baby when you hear a little cry on live. Okay. Ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies. Asking. So all I'll say is this: I have a child, a baby. When you hear a little sounds, little gurgles, little sounds on them, that's what I'll say. We have some interesting. And spirits. Listen, and let me explain something. The shamans use alcohol, okay, as in order to have the beings who reside in a parallel spirit realm. Okay, they do. Shamans and other spiritualists and other occultists, the spirits, the call les ponches in my language, or you know, any alcoholic, they used to interact with other beings, like they're doing it with consciousness. There's a goal in talking things for spiritual purposes, even with marijuana or DMT and all these things. Some that I'm not personally, because regardless, I'm sober all the time. I go outside of my zero elixirs or chemicalizing in order to see things, okay, without any sort of infiltration. I require zero. Okay, so see, my leg is clearing up right now. So we have people who are walking portals. We like the ETs are not the problem. Listen, we think that the ETs are the biggest issue. The reptilian, the infiltration is from AI. These onic incarnates and vampiric. You are allowing these beings to attach to you via yourself. And am I glitching? Cheers. Am I glitch? I'm glitching. Wow. I thought the I thought the conversation could happen. Excuse me. You said you heard the Andromedans ordered the Greys. There's many reflection. The Andromedans ordered. There are different types. You know that, right? There are Greys that are being contracted. So not all Greys, different types of Greys. The Greys in a governmentally, they are a part of the matrix. Okay, those are different. Those are the Grey beings contract, like sometimes in certain reptilian groups. What's going on with my live? Wow. What's going on? They ruined my live. Oh, wow. They, they try to ruin my live. I don't see it on my end, family. Whatever you're seeing, I don't see. Listen, I'm sorry. That I'm letting you know that grays are in all of your electronics. I'm letting you know that if you are not protecting yourself, that you are being purposefully and perpetually infected with nanotechnology and grays. Sure. Now, when was first contact? Contact's been happening for forever. Been out of contact with anything outside of ourselves. They can keep trying to delay our shares. This is the age, we're going into the age of Aquarius. We're not there going into the age of Aquarius. Wow. Where do I get this stuff from? From reality. Where am I getting all this information from? From reality. Yeah. People ask where I get this from. I'm getting it from the reality of things. Everything is real. Everything that you possibly could perceive or conceive is real. Okay? Low elf waves reflections. Oh, you can get that on. I've put this on 50 million times. I'm gonna put it in the. I'll probably put it inside of the. Maybe in the description box. Yeah, I put all the modalities where you can get them. I make sure I add everything. All the protection modalities. You have to protect yourself and your babies. Because if you don't, see, they're in my phone right now. It's hurting my arm. And Max Spears was killed just because of this. Big up, rest in power, Max Spears. Max Spears talked about this, family. If you think that I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, go watch Max Spears' videos. He went out talking about this. It's all good. Worry about zero. Protect your home. Stop allowing anything outside of yourself to have more control. The only way that they have control is when you have little or no knowledge. Okay? When you have zero knowledge about who and what you are, then you are susceptible to any kind of infiltration. Self-awareness is your protection. All modalities that and to terms of consciousness and awareness. That's what those things. Magnets. Yohun X, you can use magnets to try to defrag any sort of chips that they have in you. It depends on who put the. Now, if certain grays sound, my hands are burning, family. My rash went away, but you can feel the burning in my phone. It's going through my body. Anyway, family, I'm gonna let you go because apparently it's buffering and it's glitching out. Watch yourselves, protect your children, and be self-aware. If anything that I could tell you, anything that I can forewarn you about is that is one able to um, throw or mess with their plan. Okay, good. See past them. They're just parasites. They're just dirty bugs. I curse at them. I rebuke them. I tell to wherever you're good. Everybody's good. So I'm live because they're messing with my live. And just know that you require a need in order to protect yourself. Stop the graze, rebuke the graze, and aware. Be mindful of what you. Peace.